Hello and welcome to Nice Work, Pal. I am Jim, and behind the camera, as always, the magical Dawn. Say good morning, Dawn.
Good morning, Dawn.
We are here today at the Magic Kingdom to have a great day, of course, but also to discuss a controversial topic, Genie Plus. Love it or hate it, it's here, and we're going to talk about how you can use it or not use it. So let's go.
Let's go.
So the Magic Kingdom has tons of great attractions, and if it's busy, it might be hard to get on them. The lines get kind of long. That's where Genie Plus comes in. Love it or hate it, it's an add-on you can buy that will get you in a couple of the lightning lanes. So let's talk about how this works. You can buy Genie Plus starting the day of your reservation, which means at midnight if you want to, or you can get up and do it early in the morning, but you can start using it at 7 a.m. So what does that mean? It means if you're going to use it and you're going to have a full park day, you probably want to buy Genie Plus before 7 a.m.
And at 7 a.m., get your Tron virtual queue and then book your first.
And then try to get your first lightning lane.
But first, I gotta talk about this bow tie, Jim.
Yes, we're here in the Magic Kingdom today, and I'm feeling a little dapper. So
You got your Dapper Dan shirt on. I think it's the first time you've worn it.
I think so. I think this is the debut. So maybe we'll find the Dapper Dans today. I don't know. They're usually out on Main Street throughout the day. Yeah, if I'm going to yes, back to Genie Plus. So Genie Plus is a way to get ahead on some of the lines. And first, how do you do it? If you open your app, you're going to see that you can buy Genie Plus. They'll offer it right at the top of the page. It's easy enough to do. You click on it and buy it for everyone in your party. Make sure all your friends and family are linked.
And you can get as early as midnight on your day.
As early as midnight. You can't buy it till the day you're going to use it, which means sometime between midnight and 7 a.m. if you're going to be doing the full park day thing. We'll talk about some other strategies later, too, throughout the day. But you buy Genie Plus, then you have it. At 7 a.m., you can make your first lightning lane selection.
Right after you do your virtual queue for Tron.
Yes,
that's first.
Yes, the Tron virtual queue is also at 7 a.m. and that's a higher priority because those will be gone in 30 seconds. 5 seconds probably.
Probably 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You will have another chance to get it at 1, but why take that chance?
Yeah. We went ahead and we booked our first lightning lane for the Jungle Cruise because Jungle Cruise usually has a long line. So that's a line I want to skip. So I picked that at like 7:01, 7:02 because I did a whole minute of looking around and I already couldn't get one until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which means those are going fast.
They're probably already gone.
They might be. We'll take a look in a little bit, but it's not an entirely bad thing, and we'll discuss that also throughout the day because it kind of plays into our strategy on how to use it best. So anyway, having made our first lightning lane, we can't make the next one until 11 a.m. Why? Because you can either make a new lightning lane after you've used your first one or after you've waited 2 hours. Caveat, 2 hours. The 2-hour window thing starts after park open. Park opens at 9 o'clock. Even though I made one at 7, the 2-hour window makes it 11 o'clock. So at 11 o'clock, I can make my second lightning lane, even though I haven't used my first one. It's still sitting there at 1 o'clock. So this is kind of one of the strategies. You can stack your lightning lanes. That way, we can ride some rides now while the crowds aren't too bad, and stack some rides for the afternoon when it gets busy. So right now, we're gonna go find some rides that don't take too long.
That are popular.
That are popular, yes.
Low wait time.
Lower than usual wait times, we'll put it that way.
I noticed you. Jim, I don't know if I ever noticed this water fountain here before.
I don't think so either. I think everybody's too busy looking at the castle. It's right behind it, and it's beautiful.
Beautiful. I think the Dapper Dans noticed you, Jim.
They did. I think they liked my shirt. I liked theirs too. But,
We'll get you one.
but then I think I have to
Hey.
sing.
Retirement job. Hey, no, I think you'd make a better skipper.
A Jungle Cruise skipper?
Yes.
I could totally get on board with that.
Absolutely.
Yes. I could talk
Singing.
all about the rulers of the jungle
Yeah.
and the backside of water. O2H, O2H. Anyway, while we're here at the castle, we have to pick a direction to go in. I think we're gonna try Big Thunder Mountain. That'll get a long line later. It's not so bad right now. Speaking of the castle, you remember staying there?
I do. It still feels like a dream.
It was an amazing experience. Dawn won the trip. If you haven't heard the story, we'll link it below. You got to check out that video. It was probably almost 10 years ago at this point. I think it was 2015.
I do believe so.
Yeah.
So 9 years ago.
Yeah,
This
and-
coming May.
And Dawn won the trip, and we got to spend a night in the castle. And even though it was a long time ago, we did have the foresight to shoot a little video of the inside of the room.
We did. It's not great, but you
But,
know.
yeah, you get the gist of what's up there.
I didn't even know if I was coming or going on that trip because it was such a whirlwind. Like,
Yeah. But we talked about what our experience was like, so you got to check that out too.
yeah, I'll link it below.
All right. In the meantime, let's go get your ride.
Let's go.
So just 15 minutes after park opened, standby for Jungle Cruise is already at 55 minutes. This is one of the reasons why we picked this one as our Genie Plus Lightning lane, because that line is only going to get longer.
Tiana's Bayou is coming along. It looks so pretty, Jim.
It does. The briar patch is gone, and now it's all covered in plants and flowers, looking more like the bayou. It's going to be incredible. So Big Thunder Mountain, this is our ride. 15-minute wait time, early in the morning. Part of our strategy, get on rides that don't have a big long wait time but will later. And while we wait for our lightning lanes that are coming up. So let's go. That was fun. I like that a lot.
I suddenly remember why I don't ride this ride.
Big Thunder Mountain was a lot of fun and a great first ride for our day, huh? Are you okay, Dawn?
I'm fine. I didn't have anything to eat today, so it was perfect.
It was a great start and a good way to use our time because it had a short wait time, and this is one of those rides that the line might get a little long later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all outside, basically. The queue is all outside, uncovered. So, yeah.
So after this, we'll go find another ride. We got to check on our Tron return time, and that reminds me, we haven't talked about the fact that Genie Plus doesn't include a couple of rides. It does not include Tron. It does not include Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Those are individual lightning lanes. You can just straight up buy a lightning lane for those. You don't have to get Genie Plus to do that, but you can do it in addition to or instead of, your choice. Do it or don't do it. I don't think we're gonna ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train today, unless we see a short wait time or something, but
Yeah, we're not gonna buy it.
yeah, we're not gonna buy it. Tron, we got a virtual lightning lane this morning at 7 a.m. So we are going on that. But if you missed that, you can buy the Lightning Lane.
How much was Genie Plus today?
Genie Plus today was $25 for the day. Magic Kingdom is usually the most expensive.
But it is a Sunday.
It is a Sunday, yeah. I think it's going to be busy today. It looks like a beautiful day.
Oh, it's going to be busy.
Yeah. So Pirates of the Caribbean, also a very short wait time right now, so we're going to hop on there too. This is one of those rides that the wait time fluctuates throughout the day, so sometimes it pays to wait or get in there early, but I've seen it anywhere from 10 minutes to over an hour. So we're going to go.
Go.
Okay, it's almost 11 o'clock, which means it's time to make our next selection. It's actually 10:58. So I have to wait till exactly 11. The 2-hour window must pass. You guessed it, they are not going to let you do it a minute early.
No.
But they will tell you right at the top of the page that your time to book your next one is coming up. So don't worry, they won't let you do it early. At 11 o'clock, we're gonna refresh, and then we're gonna pick our next Lightning Lane. And then we're gonna go find some more stuff to do while we wait, because we still haven't done our first one. You can book now. All right, it's time to pick our next attraction. What will we choose? You'll notice that the Lightning Lanes all have times on them now, estimating when the next callback will be, so you can use that to help decide what might work with your schedule. Dawn, you'll have to help shout something out if you see something good.
I mean, you probably want to do Haunted Mansion.
I do. Haunted Mansion is good.
It.
Let's book that. All right, the time already changed between what it said when I booked it and what it actually is.
Great.
Yeah. That's something else that's common. So yeah, we have a couple of Lightning Lanes booked for 12:30 and 1:05. And yeah, those are coming up soon. Even though the Country Bears is closed for refurbishment, the Bears themselves still out and about meeting the guests. Hi, sir. How you doing? Doing good. Doing good. You are definitely looking good on the camera. Yeah. You're gonna be the star of the show. Perfect. I like your hat too. It's very nice. Thank you. I like, yeah. And my shirt, yes, Dapper Dan today. Yeah. You have a great day.
I'll be back for you later.
So, if you're just hanging around, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way, you'll be locked into the good entertainment. So Peter Pan's Flight, it's a little kid's ride, one of the OG rides. You can see the standby entrance wait time is 50 minutes, and it's still morning time. And actually, that's pretty good for this ride. That's why this is a good one to consider using your Lightning Lanes for. Not because it's the biggest ride, not because it's the best ride, but because it's the one with the long wait. Mickey's Fill Our Magic is a great attraction. I love it. And there's never a wait. So this is one of the things we do to fill time in between the Lightning Lanes. And this is one you should never book as a Lightning Lane. Don't do it. It's a waste. You can just go in. Nice work, pal. Now in 3D. All right, so we got called back for our Tron. And yeah, just like any good random plan, it kind of stepped on some of our Lightning Lanes, right? So it took a while to get through Tron, and now it's after 1, so we're already, we've got like 20-25 minutes to book it over the Haunted Mansion. Just what you love to do, right, Dawn?
Yeah, I love that.
One of the little drawbacks of this is that, yeah, it can send you kind of ping-ponging around the park. right? I mean, that is one of the
I mean, they
results.
probably modeled it after you when we used to ping pong around the park.
There was method to my madness. It got us on a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it does put some mileage on your feet.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, we got to make it over to Haunted Mansion. In the meantime, since it is after 1, we were able to make another lightning lane for Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin.
Oh, good. So we get to come back over here.
Eventually, yes.
Great.
Yeah. And we made it on Haunted Mansion, in and out real quick, even though the line's kind of long. But now we have to get right over to Jungle Cruise. So we're finally using that Jungle Cruise lightning lane, the first one we made, and the standby entrance is up to 85 minutes. That's crazy. I would never do that. But somebody did, or it wouldn't be 85 minutes. So Dawn, not every lightning lane means there's no line, right?
Yeah, this lightning lane is a little long for Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, it's probably just going to be a couple minutes though.
Probably.
But while we stand around and wait though, do you remember Fast Pass?
Of course I do. I wish we still had those.
Fast Pass was pretty cool. It was like Lightning Lane, except it was free. So there was, you got to pick 3 every day, right? Like,
Yep.
But you could do it like up to 60 days in advance. So a lot of people like that. I mean, there's pros and cons. If you decided to go day of, you might have been left with slim pickings, but yeah.
But for us planners, we really did it good.
Yeah. And before those paper fast passes.
That's right.
Remember those things? You had to go up to the ride, grab one,
Grab a
and it would
ticket.
tell you when to come back.
Yeah.
Wait till the other ones too. Goodbye, bye-bye, we'll miss you, goodbye. We will never, ever see them again. Welcome everyone to the world-famous Jungle Cruise. My name's Skipper Ben, that's spelled Skipper, H-E-L-P-M-E, but the cry for help is silent. But not only am I your skipper for today, I'm also your hippo wrestler, your snake charmer, your mediocre mechanic, and if you don't laugh at my jokes, your swim instructor. Yeah, that'd be the funniest joke on here. Now, I'm just kidding. You all were outstanding, but soon I need you outstanding on that dock. Now, in the words of my mother on my 18th birthday, she said, Skipper Ben, I love you like a son. But this free ride I've given you, well, it's just about over. So gather all those personal belongings, take small children by the hand, and she said those 2 magical words to me that I'll remember in my itty-bitty, khaki heart. Get out! Woo! Just kidding, guys.
I suppose we're relaxing and having an egg roll. I feel like this is the first time we've had to catch our breath in a little while because those lightning lanes kind of backed up on each other, didn't they?
They did. They were all over the park.
They did. And we just did Jungle Cruise and it was so funny. I love Jungle Cruise. It is not like the most thrilling attraction in the world, so it's really hard to wait for it, which is why it was the first thing I wanted to lightning lane. But yeah, I'm hoping we get a little more breathing room going forward. One thing I wanted to mention is that the Disney website, when they sell you Genie Plus, tells you you'll probably get 2 to 3 attractions. So we've already gotten the 3. We'll probably beat the average today because it's not the busiest day in the world. If you came at Christmas time, you'd probably have trouble doing more than 2. That would be my guess, because they'd probably all run out and you'd have to be quick on your fingers, and that'd be all you'd get. There's no real promises with Genie Plus.
Not really.
Yeah, but if the day is good and you work it right, you can get quite a bit out of it. I know we're probably going to book a 4th or 5th one. That's pretty good. Okay, we're here at Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. And we're getting in the lightning lane and we're going to skip the 35-minute standby entrance, which honestly isn't that bad for that ride. But the line is super long. I have a really hard time believing that that's only 35 minutes. The line is out the door and filling the whole outside queue. I said, okay, gotta aim for the Z's. That's not code for take a nap.
Oh, shucks.
Well, I don't know how you did it, but you kind of clobbered me on this.
I don't know.
All right, so Buzz Lightyear was a lot of fun, and I did terrible at it. We pretty much walked right on the ride, and So that was great. We were able to get another lightning lane. I got one for Space Mountain.
What time's that?
It's at like 4:30, I think, so it's less than 2 hours. But we've got some things to do over here, like Carousel Progress.
Yeah, and then we also have to run to the other side of the park for something, I'm
for
sure.
something, yeah, probably just to get a snack or an autograph, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna get kind of as many lightning lanes as we want today. I think this is a sweet spot day where it's a little busy but not too busy, so there seems to be plenty of lightning lanes to choose from today, which is great. Which brings up another point. Magic Kingdom has a lot of attractions that you can use lightning lane on. We used it on some of our favorite rides today. There were a lot of other rides. There were a lot of good kiddie rides in Fantasyland. There were meet and greets we could have used it on, parade viewing areas, all kinds of choices. I don't know if I would do this in every park. I feel like Magic Kingdom has tons of attractions. Hollywood Studios has some really long lines, and I can see it being very helpful there, even though there's not as many attractions. But Animal Kingdom? I don't know, Dawn, what do you think? Like, isn't that...
I don't think it's worth it there.
Yeah, I mean, they have like one really great attraction in Flight of Passage, but you have to buy that separately. So I don't know why you would do that there. And I sort of feel the same about Epcot. As much as I love it, there aren't a lot of rides that really have long lines. The People Mover is one of those great attractions. You can squeeze in between the others while you're waiting.
Now approaching Tomorrowland Speedway.
Well, we're stuck here on the People Mover, and that's okay because it started raining too. So we're just like watching everybody run around in the rain. It's kind of funny until we have to get off and get in there ourselves.
It's not going to be so funny when we have to get out there and run.
We got an umbrella, but I think we're going to scoot over to the laugh floor, which is just across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stay dry. We'll do
As
it.
long as nobody else had that idea.
I'm sure I'm the only one who's thought of it.
Well, you got to start thinking of your joke. So get going.
I'm on it.
See that giant canister? That's where we collect your laughter. The more you laugh, the more power we collect. The less you laugh, well, we may not have enough power to open the exit doors. I can tell we're off to a great start.
So I have to go over to Space Mountain in like 2 minutes. But it's raining really hard. It's right over there, but it looks like I might get a little wet. It's gonna be more like Splash Mountain. So I got a little wet walking into Space Mountain. But the good news is I'm gonna spin dry. And here come the spaceships. See you on the other side. All right, here's hoping that in space no one can hear me scream. So at this point, I think we're gonna wrap up the video because
I'm tired.
I was gonna say at this point we've already shown you everything. We're just gonna get another lightning lane and go on it and repeat, rinse, lather, repeat. We came here today to give you some tips and some pros and cons of Genie Plus. So let's summarize the tips. First and foremost, you gotta start early, right?
As soon as you can.
Yeah, if you buy it before 7 and you can start using it at 7, that's how you're gonna get the most out of it. And I don't care if you're coming for the whole day or not. In fact, if you're just gonna come for part of the day later on and you're gonna use Genie Plus, then you're gonna wanna still buy it early in the morning and start stacking your lightning lanes.
Late in the day,
Imagine,
so you can just come and ride rides?
Yeah, imagine just arriving like midday and then just going ride to ride because you got your line place all set. That'd be great. But if you're going for the whole day, same thing. You want to get an early start so you can start using those right away. And if they're not early, stack them for later. Fill your time with the things that don't have a long wait line. Also, the other tip I have is that if you've done the parks on any sort of regular basis or don't feel like you have to do everything, skip some of the parks that don't need it as much, like like Animal Kingdom or Epcot. If money is an issue. If money's not an issue, buy everything. And then also remember that in each park there's 1 or 2 rides that are not included in the Genie Plus system that you can buy extra. Today for us that was Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Tron. Tron we used the virtual queue to get our place in line. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train we skipped. They were $20 and $11 respectively. So that adds up per person. 25 for Genie, 20 for Tron, 11 for Seven Dwarfs. That's a lot of money.
We just walked by the board and it said that Tron still had some queue open.
Yeah. So today you could have joined the queue all afternoon. I don't think it was the busiest day in the world here today.
It feels like it.
There was a lot of people here, and some of the lines got long, but I have seen it way worse than this. So you don't know what you're gonna get with Genie Plus. You may have good luck like us and get 5+ Genie Plus lightning lanes, or you might only get a couple if it's super busy. But if it's that busy, you're probably having a rough day anyway. Pros and cons. The pros. This got us on a lot of rides. It was great for that. Cons, it cost some money. B, it probably made us walk around a little more than we normally would have, because we would have gone kind of area by area, but instead we had to kind of go where the rides were. I mean, for me, the con is the feeling I get buying it when the lightning lanes were fast passes. I knew I got them, and I always tried to get them before the trips, but now I second guess my decision regardless of what I do. Should I have bought it? Should I have not bought it?
I don't think that we need it.
Most of the time, no.
We personally don't need it. But if you don't come that often, or if it's your first time, I would do it.
I would do it too. I mean, you pay a lot of money to come here if you're coming on an annual trip or something, and you've paid for airfare and hotels and park tickets. Oh, what's $25 more? I mean, they could have just raised the ticket prices and you would have still bought them.
Well, that's going to happen too, so.
Yeah. On the other hand, if you don't think you need it, then it is something you can save a little money on. One complaint that people always seem to bring up that I don't personally understand, but I'll bring it up, is I always have to look at my device. Yes, you're booking lightning lanes throughout the day here and there. And, every couple of hours you gotta check the list. I feel like I would have been looking at that list anyway for wait times. And
you're on your phone
if you're in a line, you're gonna have your phone in your hand anyway. Who are you kidding?
I mean, really, everybody has a cell phone these days.
I know, but if you really think you're gonna come in here and unplug, then by all means, this is not for you. But that's our take on Genie Plus. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask in the comments. We'll answer anything we can, but we hope it was informative, and honestly it was kind of fun doing it just to show you.
To show you, absolutely. Would we do it again? Probably
not in a good long time, because we don't need to, but it was fun. So I'm glad it was a great day for us and we got to show it off. Dawn, how'd I do today?
Nice work, pal.
All right, one last ride today.
We've never done this before.
Oh, there you go. We're usually here early in the morning. That's why you typically don't see this. But on certain occasions like this, very rarely, we'll come up.
This is awesome. I'm going to wave at all the passersby.
Yeah, this is the best time to learn your way. You can learn your own new ways. That's how
Now this is riding in style.
Absolutely. This is the first time we've done this.
It really is. I love waving at everyone. It's like I'm in my own parade.
Alright, we're about our halfway mark. This is from the State Food until I get the all clear.
Nobody's waving back. They don't know who I am.
Oh, they're taking down the flag. Can you bring us to our car?
Oh, wouldn't that be a dream? That means I just gotta clock out early today.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome and good morning, everyone.
Dawn, there does not appear to be a lightning lane for the egg roll cart.
Never is.
You have to wait like chumps.
Stay clear of the doors, which will open and close automatically. Enjoy your journey.
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around Tomorrowland.